Okay, good morning everybody. Hopefully the stream is already live. I'm having a little bit of delay, just in case the network goes down or something like that, but everything seems to be working fine for now. So I guess let's go into the animator and open our Tiny Town project where we have kind of left off on the Friday stream. And I just had a little suggestion to make this roof a little bit more washed out, so the red isn't as strong. So I guess we are using the brightest tone for the for these highlights, and let's just mirror everything over the z-axis, so our process can be a little bit faster. And as I can see now, apparently there is a fill tool mirror being fixed, which is kind of nice. Or the bucket tool, what is this called? Flood tool even, okay. So let's quickly make these little highlights one shade brighter. And then we can make the whole roof like this. Oh, was this our base? Oh, that's a lot brighter. But I think this doesn't make it stand out as much. Also, when we zoom out, it's not as problematic that it looks a little bit washed out. So I guess that's fine. That was a good change. And for this section here, I was thinking about making a hospital or something like that, but let's see, I think it can be a little similar to this building, but let's not make it basically a copy-paste. So maybe we can get some ideas if we check out some pixel art. So let's see, hospital pixel art, and I'll just bring this over so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. So I guess we can go for something like this. This looks kind of cool, at least from the reference images that we have here. And I don't really think we need to spend a lot of time searching for these images, because we're just gonna be kind of freestyling a little bit. So here was our small lot template, and as you can see from the bird's eye view, this area is a little bit larger than this in the middle. So I guess we can duplicate our template to make it, I guess this is medium lot template, and I guess we can just see, let's attach that to the floor. So we're gonna name that hospital, because that's what our finished building is gonna be. So let's attach the medium lot template here, and let's move it to the appropriate position in the animator. So I think it's 149. And then, as you can see, the axis is gonna extend into this direction, so towards the pizza house. And in that case, it would kind of make more sense if we align this building to the right side, so when we extend the axis, it's gonna fill this area nicely, and you'll soon see what I'm talking about when we go ahead and add it. But before that, let's also move it 4 voxels up, so its bottom side is aligned with the top side of this green floor. And now here, let's see, we are extending the blue axis maybe to 64, and as you can see we still have quite a lot of room left, so I don't know, 70, oh that's 42, 72 maybe, still more. And so I'm just thinking like we could make the hospitals usually have like a drive-in for the emergency vehicles. So I'm just kind of tinkering if we can like make a little road here on the side, and then we would make like some roof and stuff. So perhaps we can, oh no, so okay, let's first finish off our lot template, and then we can move on to some other stuff, just so we kind of keep it organized at least a little bit. So now we have one voxel on every side, just so it doesn't touch the road directly. So here's our template, and I think it would be kind of easier if we unlinked the VXM, just so we can kind of see better what's going on with our road. And here you can see we're using floor 4, which is like one of the template floors. So let's duplicate that to floor, I don't know, 40. Do we have that one? We have that already. 41 also. Okay, we don't have floor 42 yet. So let's attach it here. And now we can go in and add it, and maybe we can also hide these side lines because we don't really need them. And then let me see, I guess here's gonna be the middle. Let's see, can make it 5 wide. And then let's extend so this is 4 voxels, and then additional 4, I think, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 8. And then maybe make it like a nice little curve here. So I guess it can be 8, and then 6, then 4, then 3. I don't know. Let's extend them over to this side so we can kind of see better what's going on. And then here we can maybe leave it like this. We'll see. I'm not too happy right now with, yeah, you can see here it's like really narrow, and then it kind of widens out towards the right. So that's definitely something that we would kind of, oh, and okay, we are mirroring everything, so let's turn off our mirror. Let's get rid of this side because there's already a building standing there. And now here, let's see. So here's actually gonna be 16. So maybe we can try to make this 8. Oh, and it also hides the ghost rig. I didn't realize that. Or, wait, what? Also, there's still... Did we forget to turn off the mirror? I don't know. Some weird stuff is going on. So that's 8. And now this... Wait, what? 2, 4, 5... Okay, that's not even 6. So now it's 6. And if we make it to 8... Okay, I guess 6 and then 4, 3, and then we can kind of have 2 3s, and then maybe 2, 2, and then a couple of 1s, or maybe the last one can even be too tall. So let's see what this kind of looks like. So a little bit better, but I think we can make this side a little bit more narrow, just something like this. Let me zoom out. So the cars would go like here and then into here. I guess that's kind of fine, although we could move everything a little bit further away. Let me just grab everything and then let's move it maybe 2 voxels into this direction. Let's turn off the pivot point and we can fill in the grass. And now let's just finish off the road, kind of like so. And now basically what we need to do is to repeat this process over on this floor 10. So let's get to here. Let's turn off the side thingies, which are called walls. Makes sense. And here this is 4 again. Let's recount 2 2 2. Okay. And then here we have 3 4 5 6, and then I think we went with 4 and then 2 3s. Let's see if that's gonna, then 2 wait 1 1 1, then 2 and 2. So that turns out as it's supposed to. And then here we have 3 2 1 1. Okay, this one is 2. I think this should be symmetric, right? So we got 2 1 1 1 2 1 2 3, and then just a couple more here on this side. So that's basically for the drive-in road, so we can kind of have a better idea where the where some of the stuff is gonna be. And now we can kind of add the template back, or we can even duplicate it into the hospital. And let's attach the new model to it. Okay. And now we're just gonna start cutting some unneeded stuff off. So let's see. Most of this can go away kindly, and then let's get rid of the floor so we can kind of see better where our driveway is. And then we can maybe leave like 4 or 5 voxels, so it's not completely next to it, but maybe let's get the floor back. And let's also figure out how tall the entrance has to be. So here, I guess we can take for the reference these mall doors, because they're usually kind of the same size. So this is 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay. Let's also double check the window color, just so we are kind of consistent with our coloring across the whole creation, I guess. So that was the base color, and maybe we can first fill the building with this like concrete gray. And now let's see. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot, actually. At least it feels a lot. Okay, so I guess here we can start making like a little roof. And we'll see if we want to keep it this wide or so let's just extend it kind of all the way to the road. Okay. And now here for the pillars, I guess we would have to kind of decide now how wide this whole thing is gonna be. And I think now we can make like 3 pillars supporting it, like one here and then one in each corner. So let's see, oops. And now let's use this tool to just extend it all the way. Okay, it's already extended all the way down. And now here, one option would be to kind of make the hole in here, so it's kind of like, but we'll see, we can play with this later. For now, I'm just kind of trying to figure out what the whole layout is gonna be, or like there's gonna be some higher places and some are gonna be a little bit lower. So let's maybe go ahead and check out how tall the police station is, which is 48. So I guess we can do something similar for this. And now this one, let's see, if we keep the same, maybe it would be easier if we use the split view. And then let's look at it from the top. And now you can see here's this front roof. So it's kind of easier for us to align it with the rest. Okay, so now this is aligned at the same width. And I guess we can extend this a little bit further also. And then let's extend it upwards, like all the way up. So we can kind of have the feeling of the rest of the building. And then maybe here on the sides there can be, well, let's get rid of this side window. And here on the sides, I guess we can do like 2, 4, 6, 8. Then 2, 4, 6, 8. And now maybe from this side as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's delete one row, like so. And then we can extend this upwards. And we'll see how tall we actually want to make this stuff, because it also kind of has to turn out nicely with the windows. So we'll see about that a little later. And now here we can use a little darker gray just to make some outline for the door. And also I'm thinking about using a bit brighter color because hospitals are usually like white and stuff. Maybe this one is a little bit too bright. Something like this. And then I think we can make a sign here that says hospital, or like the Red Cross or something like that. So that's fine. And now let's try to figure out what we want to do with the windows. Those are always fun, right? Let's see. I mean, this one can have like a little bit bigger windows, just because. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's make it 8. How wide are these thingies? And we can also have like different window sizes. So maybe there can be like a little bit bigger windows in the ground floor and then a little bit smaller maybe higher up. So now I'm just trying to kind of figure out the pattern. So we have like 2 white, 8 blue, 2 white, 4, 6, 7, 8 blue, then 4, 6, 7, 8 like this, and it doesn't have to perfectly align with that thing, with the door basically. And then here let's try to continue same pattern, but also how tall are these windows? 6, 7, okay, interesting, but we can work with that. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Then 2, 4, 6, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6. Oh no, here's just 7. So how can we fix that? I guess we would have to move everything 1 voxel to the left. So let's see how much we can grab here. And let's move everything by 1 to the left. Oh no, that was 2. That was, yeah, it's lagging a bit, so what's going on? Okay. Let's see, did we manage to do it? We did, nice. Okay, apparently the Vox edit is crashing. So let's quickly restart. Animator, Tiny Town. Okay, we're back. And hopefully the models have been saved. Just that we don't have them attached. Or we don't even have the node here. Okay, so let's replace this. And then let's create a child node again for the hospital, because apparently we lost it. And now let's attach the hospital to it. And I guess we need to realign it again. Now we can do like more appropriate aligning a little bit later. Let's first finish up what we started by moving all of this from the other side, 1 voxel to the right from this side. So let's see. And okay, it seems to be working. Let's save in case, yeah, it's gonna crash again. Okay. Now we relaunch again and we'll see which one has more patience, me or the Vox edit. Okay, we're back again, and we also need to move these 4 voxels up just so it is aligned with the ground, and now we can also take care of this positioning on the x-axis and positioning on the z as well. So let's save that in case something crashes again. And now let's fill this in. Let's fill this from this side because otherwise, you see, it would be a bit different. And now I think we can do this. And let's do it for the other side as well. Okay, and then we'll see how the windows turn out on the back side. Now I'm just thinking if it would be appropriate to maybe just do something like this, so we have the whole floor of this window highlights, and then maybe at the bottom we can have like some shadows, and then even underneath that we could have like some I think I would prefer to have the dark line at the bottom, so let's just do this, and then let's use the bright one here at the top, and we have a rogue voxel there. And we will clean everything up later, and we could also use some mirrors right now just to speed the whole process up. So let's mirror this, let's mirror that, and that's mostly it. And also, now that I actually see here in the corner, we should have moved everything even one voxel further. So I guess what we can do is just grab the bottom box and then move that, because if we move it half and half, then it crashes again, and that's a little bit unfortunate if we have to restart the program every time. See, oh, that's by 2, that's by 3. Let's move it a little bit to the left. Come on, that's 2, that's 1, and awesome. Okay, let's quit. Oh no, what's going on? What is this? Undo. Okay, so this should be what we wanted. Let me save. Come on. Yes, I would like to save my changes. So let's see. Okay, now there should be another voxel of space here in the back. So okay, now we have this side figured out, luckily, and now we can move on to the back side, and then after we have the window sizes and alignments figured out, then it's hopefully gonna be a little bit faster progress from there on out. So that's 6, 7, 8. Okay. Perfect. So we got the width just right. So it turns out nicely. And I guess we can kind of repeat the same thing for the first floor. Maybe we can leave like a couple of voxels of whiteness in between. Let's see. So maybe 3, and maybe make it like so. And then these are 5, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now here we have the wrong tool selected, of course. Okay, so we got that figured out, and then after we finish this line of windows, we can kind of compare if that is like enough for the main building, or like this bottom thing, or if we want to make like another row of windows here on this part, in which case we would have to extend everything a little bit upwards. That's for the side, and now I can see we can kind of make them a little bit faster because we already know we don't have to count the widths and stuff like that. And then for the front side as well. So I think there's one voxel missing there. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And then finish it up like this. So now let's zoom out. So you can kind of see our hospital in all its glory. And I guess we could it's just the thing that it's kind of similar height to the police station, so I guess we should either decide to make it a little bit shorter or a little bit taller, which would happen in any case. We just need to kind of decide if we want to make another row, and since it took us quite a lot of effort to make all of these windows, I think we can just continue by making another row of them. So let's stay consistent with the spacing. So we have 3. And here we have the bottom part. And now let's see. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's for the middle window, and then for the top line, and then maybe one line just so the bright blue isn't at the top. So we should have something like this, and then let's just continue making the windows, and they are gonna be kind of tedious to make. I'm not even sure whether we want to make the reflections or not, because we have quite a lot of them. So these are 3 rows by 2, 4, 6, 7, so that's 21 roughly on each side, that we have 4 sides. So yeah, that's over 80 windows, and we're not we're not even finished yet. So yeah, good luck with that, or it would basically take us like an entire day. I'll just double check if these are all the same width. Okay, and now we can finally tidy our mess up a little bit by making these columns. so we can more easily distinguish between the windows. And another thing I have thought of would be to make like a little bit darker line underneath them. I'm just not sure how wide it should be and which color, just to give it like these are too dark in my opinion. Something like this maybe. And if we wanted to go real fancy, we could do even some anti-aliasing here. So I think I would prefer to go with this than the reflections. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, and now we use one brighter just here in the corners, so it doesn't appear as wide. And the last 4 for this side. Yay, we made it. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so I guess it's interesting that we have some windows with the reflections and some without, but I guess that can also add some vibrancy or whatnot, just to kind of make it look distinguishable, or not all buildings are like the same. Oh no, what did we mess up here? Let me quickly investigate. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. So this needs to, come on, move one to the left, and then this moves one to the left, and now we can make this appropriate width. Okay, and now let's also fix the door part like so, and then let's continue with our details. And I was thinking we could make like a flower pot here and there, or just to add some color to our building. And now the details. And I guess it could have been even a little bit faster process if we made this roof part a separate thing, because we could mirror over Z and X at the same time. But whatever, we will finish the job with the tools we have at our disposal, so worry not, the hospital is gonna be finished today. Okay, and now let's get rid of these lines. Great. And then the last side, at least for this part. Let's see. And the last two, if I remembered correctly. So now we just make our little details, and then we can even go ahead and check it out in the game maker to kind of see what it actually looks like in the game. Then the bottom row. Great. And then maybe let's also, before we jump into the game maker, we can try to make like that red cross, which should be kind of above the entrance, either here or here. I'm not perfectly decided. We can go ahead and maybe make like a sign. Let's see how wide is this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then if we extended this by 10, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, that's a pretty big sign, if you ask me. What if we were to, oh no, make it a little bit smaller? Then we can use some red to make like the cross. Sure, I guess we can. So now we definitely know what that building is. And also, if you like eat too much and your stomach aches, you can just go across the street to the hospital. And I guess these buildings are a bit cramped up because we don't have sidewalks, but yeah, maybe we can do a couple of them like on these sides. But I don't really feel like we needed them here in the middle because we were kind of tight on the space. So let's just save and then export to the marketplace. And we can check it out in a moment in the game maker once the uploading is finished. So let's replace the asset because we have already made it once. Continue. Okay, and guess we can close this and open the Sandbox maker, and hopefully the asset will be updated appropriately. And we need to go to the test. As you can see, there's a little thumbnail of our early version of the tiny town. Here we have 3 buildings, and hopefully once we get out of it and it updates, here's our hospital as well. Great. Oops. So you can kind of see what it looks like. And let's close this, get back to Vox Edit, and we can continue making some more details for our little hospital. Let's turn on the nice lines. And for this part, what if we did something like this? So we would cut out some stuff. I guess that's pretty cool. We don't need to cut out too much. Maybe we could even do it like this. We have a couple more faces, but hopefully that's not gonna be a problem in the end. And now we were talking about making like a couple of flower pots, and I'm not let's try to find an appropriate color for that. So this might be a little better. So I mean they're usually made of clay, so that would kind of make it like orangey-ish, maybe red. It does kind of stand out, right? I don't know. Let's check out the darkest orange and what that kind of looks like. And maybe can make like another one here. Then let's just make some green parts that are gonna be like leaves, and then maybe some colors like for the flowers and stuff. You can make one here, then another one here. Just something like this, and then we can do something similar for the front and the back side, but here let's not use the mirror tools, just so we don't, I mean it's really obvious if you use them on the same side. Here it's kind of fine because this whole thing is being mirrored onto this side and you can see them both at the same time, but if we had like another pot here and another one like here, then it would kind of be too obvious that we have used the mirroring tool. So I guess we can start by making a green line over the flower pot, and then let's maybe use some colors to make it a bit more alive. And then here for the back side, let's use the same color as we have before. Now let's add the green. And I'm just kind of thinking if we went a little bit overboard here with the colors, maybe just one in a couple could be colored, like here you have two. Now we aren't mirroring anymore, so let's fix that as well. And now we can make like one little here and one little here at the top. So that's good. And another thing that we could do would be to make this whole area a little bit darker. Just let's also use the mirror before, just so it kind of gives an impression that it's kind of indented, or that there's like a rail on the side of the building. And now let's try to figure out what this size, what the windows on this side should be. So let's see how tall is that. 6, 7, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then another one just for the corner. Okay, so we are mirroring, and then let's do it for the other side as well. 2, 3, 4. Oh. Two, 4, 6. Okay, and then we can make this side a little bit shorter, just so everything turns out as it's supposed to. So let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then finish it up with this one. And now here, I guess we can kind of do the same thing that we have done before. These are gonna be, I can't remember the word, the thing is where you put the flower pots on. Okay, and now that's the wrong color. Okay, and now for the anti-aliasing part, oops. For the backside, okay, and then I was thinking about making like some vents on the top, but I'm just thinking if it would be more appropriate to make them on the roof or the actual roof. What we could do here would be to use kind of a similar technique that we have done for this side, and then maybe we could make some door that would lead onto the roof. 2, 3, 4. Guess something like this. But these are really small compared to the rest. So let's make them a little bit taller. And then let's extend this to 54, maybe, just so we can kind of have a bit more room to work with. And I was thinking if we make it like so, does it look like the door are like open towards the inside? I don't think it's really that apparent on this low scale, so let's maybe just make a little outline, and even that doesn't look too great. I guess this could work. Then on this side maybe they don't have as many windows. And I'm just trying to kind of figure out whether we want to make like a heliport or not really. Maybe we can extend this upwards a little bit. And then yeah, no, I don't think so. Let's just leave it as it is. Let's trim the volume. And now we just kind of need to figure out, or you know what, maybe let's make it a little bit taller. And then we can make the door, let's see. I guess we can make it something like this. Then here five. Okay. Then 3 voxels in between. Then we can do the top row of the windows as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's use the highlight at the top. Let's use this here. And I guess we can turn on the mirroring again. To keep all of these aligned, and then I guess we can do anti-aliasing later. So now let's just go ahead and do the same thing for the backside as well. So I guess first we have the gray, the dark blue, the bright blue. So that's 2, 3. Wait, what? Okay, so we need another row and then the bright one. Then we need to leave 2 in between and then repeat the whole process. 2, 4, 5. Then like this. Then just maybe we can use the split screen again. Now let's see if that's the back. Nope, that's the front apparently. So now we can see better how these are aligned. So we erase this. And we can go back to the single screen. And let's save just in case. So now we need to finish our anti-aliasing here underneath the windows. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so apparently we need to make this a little bit narrower as well. Like so. And then for the front side, do it like this. And then let's also I guess we can mirror this onto the... Wait, what's going on? I3R, okay. Then this, and then we can make like a doorknob here as well. And now let's do this kind of, and that would go, let's say, to here. Okay, and I guess we can use the split screen again. Okay, so that's the correct side, and then we can just extend this upwards. Or actually, which windows do we wanna mirror? The bottom ones or the upper ones? Because in the case if we want to align it with the bottom ones, we can extend this outwards a little bit more. And now we need to erase this part, so it's kind of aligned, and then this part, then this part. And then on this side, let's just quickly do it like so. That's 5. Then another one, and then the bottom thingy. And I guess it kind of looks a little bit empty, that it doesn't have the windows here and here. We can definitely fix that. But first, another thing that I have noticed is that the door isn't centered. So let's quickly fix that. So it has 3 voxels on each side, which is good. Now let's continue adding the anti-aliasing and hopefully we can be done with it quite soon, because it's getting a little bit annoying. And now for this window, I guess you can just leave 1 voxel on each side, and hopefully it will kind of fit into the whole scheme of things. And let's also check it out, like 2, 4, 6, 7, and then on this side it's 2, 4, 6. Yeah, okay, we can't really do much if there's 1 voxel discrepancy. And on the other side, you can do it as well. So that's kind of that. And that we can add a couple of like these flower pots. And then you can see what happens when you forget to turn off the mirror. Everything just looks like unnatural and stuff. Then we can have like 1 here, and then let's see, like there's like a large empty space, and I'm just kind of trying to eye where the flower pot would kind of fit nicely. And then we can add a couple more colors, just so we have some flower diversity implied. And maybe some of these green leaves or grass can be a little bit different green than the rest, just so it doesn't look as flat. Okay. And then I guess for this side as well, let's put one here, let's put one here, and then I think that should be about enough. Okay. Just add in a couple more stuff, and then maybe the outline for this cross can be a little bit darker, just so it kind of stands out a little bit more. And I guess we can make the top corners like a little bit brighter, and then the bottom corners a little bit darker, just to make some more details. And then here we can add like a little shadow underneath, like so. Okay, so that looks pretty fine for a hospital, if you ask me. Maybe we have mentioned like adding some kind of vents or stuff on the roof, so that's gonna be just drawn in, because I don't really see a reason to make more faces than we require on minimum, because there's gonna be like some stuff that's still needs to be added, and I don't really wanna be left without without any faces for that. So that's 8 by 4. Maybe we can extend this by another 8, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then let's do it here as well. And then one option would be to make it something like this, and then it actually turns out okay, that's good. I thought we were gonna end up like this, and then we would have to offset everything by 1 to the up or down, but apparently we were lucky. Oops. Let's put it like this, and then maybe on the other side of the roof have like, this is 4 by 4, 5 by 5, 6 by 6. Now we have an 8 by 8. Then maybe let's make an outline. This is gonna be like circular, kind of. I guess we can do, wait, what? We can do a little bit of anti-aliasing right here, just to make it look a bit more round. And then I guess we can do it in the corners as well. So that's like an air vent or something. And here we could even imply like some 3D-ness by adding this on one side. I think that's kind of fine. And then let's see if any of these is the same color. Yep. So we'll need to use the brighter shade for this. And then, oops, what's going on? And then let's make something similar to what we have done here at the bottom on this side as well, just so we kind of make the roof a little bit darker, and then it's kind of implied that there's like a little bit of a wall or something on the side. And if we did like an outline, because that also kind of helps a little bit, so that can be also added here on the rest of our, like, these little terraces. So that's mirrored, and then for the bottom part as well. And then for the roof we can make like some pebbles. I mean, you already know what kind of roof texturing I tend to use with these buildings, at least if you have been on any other stream while we were making the tiny town. So I just like to add a couple of darker voxels and then a couple of brighter ones. Let's see where else can they be added. Like one here maybe. Okay, so that looks pretty fine. Let me just trim the volume. And now we can also try to kind of figure out what we need to do with this grass. Well, what we need to do, what we can do, more like it. So I guess for there would need to be like an entrance, so let's use a bit brighter shade of gray to do that. And then next to this road, I mean, it might look a bit weird if we don't do it anywhere else. I was thinking about making like a darker green, but that's gonna look kind of weird if we don't do it anywhere else. So I'm not too sure about that idea, but we can always make a couple of trees. So maybe we can go ahead and do that. And I think, I mean, we don't always have to use the same brown for the trunk, but I think this time we are. We're gonna use it. Oops. So we can have like two trees like this, and then maybe we can make another one that's a little bit more pointy. This one is gonna be also 3 by 3. So how exactly do we wanna make that? Like so? I guess. I mean, if we did this, there would be like a lot of faces. So I think we're kind of left with this, or we could do something like this and then just kind of texture it out with the colors. And now let's add a couple of details in these bottom corners. Oops. and then some brighter leaves or something like that in the top. Then maybe for this one we can make it 2 voxels tall, just so it kind of appears a little bit more pointy. And then for the grass we can do something similar to what we have done here, just some brighter and darker spots here and there, just so it doesn't look too flat. Okay, so that's for that side. Now let's go ahead and move on to the other floor, our floor 10. And here we can maybe have like 2 trees or something like that. Maybe we could even add like a hedge here. We'll see. So let's make these trees a little bit taller, and then let's make the leaves okay, so this one can be like 4 voxels, and this one is gonna be just 3 voxels tall. So 2, and then another one like this. Awesome. And now let's just add some more texture to them. And I guess it's fine if we leave the full line there. Not all of them have to be like perfect. And then I was also thinking about making something like this. Wait, why are these 2 the same color? Let's quickly fix that. So just something like this with a little bit more green, and we can add some highlights. And I think we can kind of take a peek to what we have done here with the mall. Which I think is the same color palette, or wait, that's even the wrong one. But while we're here, let's quickly add a couple of these dots that we have mentioned before, just like so. Maybe one here, maybe one here. And what we were actually trying to see was on floor 40, yeah, these are the same colors that we are using for the trees. So let's go ahead to floor 42. Then let's select the darker shade for the bottom part, and then the brighter shade or the middle shade here for the upper part, and then we can make just a couple of details over there, and maybe we can add like that's I doubt anybody is gonna even notice this, but we can add like a couple of grains here on the pathway, which we wait, what? Okay, we haven't done it for the other side, so that's good that we have noticed that. Let's quickly fix that. And let's check it out if the colors actually match. I don't think so. Should be a bit brighter. I think this is the correct one. Maybe we can do it like so. So there's, yeah, just getting hung on some details that nobody is actually gonna notice. apart from us who know the truth. And then let's do the same thing that we have done on the other side to make a bit darker strip of gray here. Cool. Now I'm just thinking that this plus sign is it obvious enough, or should it be placed up here? Let me just try what that would look like. Let's extend that to 60. And then let's grab the sign, then move it all the way up to the roof. Yeah, that's not good. Let's move it one more up, and then to the roof. Maybe like this, so we don't use too many faces. So I kind of prefer it to be here at the top, because it can be kind of seen better. So let's quickly fix this part then. Like so. And then for the top sign, I guess we can just make a little outline here so it kind of pops out. Kind of. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, so maybe we can do it like this. Like so, and then at the top we can do like this little trick, so we don't actually use more faces, but we just make this corner a lot brighter than the rest, so it kind of gives this impression, hopefully, that that we don't have this voxel here, even though there actually is one. There's some option to make it a bit more round, but I don't think... I think it looks kind of cool that it's a bit more rough. Maybe we can do it on the inner edges to kind of smooth them out. Maybe that helps. So that's good, at least in my opinion. And let's just export it to the game maker to check it out there. And I think that's gonna be it for today's stream, because this hospital took quite a lot of time to finish. I mean, I think there are like 100 windows if you were to count them, so that's probably the reason for the long building time or creation time. Okay, I think that should be fine with the uploads. And now let's re-enter our test level. And now I can't see my mouse. Okay, here it is. So there's our old version of the hospital. And if we go into the game, we go out of the game, here's our new version of the hospital. And we can kind of walk around and check out our progress so far. So that's what we're currently working with. And okay, so the hitbox was a bit broken last time, but apparently now you can jump on these buildings. So that's kind of our progress for today. We have made them all. This is on the first stream, on the second, and then on the third one. Today we have finished the hospital. And hopefully on Friday we can make some more stuff. So I guess that's gonna kind of be it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we see each other next time. So bye bye.